Everybody, come on up. Let's do the boner dance.
Bubblegum rock.
Every wedding has the boner dance and the slide song and whatever. It's
The slide.
Cotton Eye Joe, the boner dance.
You mean
I mean, weddings
slide
are
song, like,
aggressively heterosexual.
Yeah, Arielle just pantomimed fucking just for everyone to know. But like just a normal finger in the circle.
Normal sex, none of the gay stuff.
No gay stuff.
normal stuff?
Normal stuff. Send it to Abu Dhabi.
Man on top, woman on bottom, always.
Honeys, we're home.
Hello, and welcome to Sinclarity, a dinosaur's tale. I am your host. We're gonna need another Timmy, along with my co-host.
And I just happened to be Ben Hand Up Me. What a coincidence.
Hi, Ben.
Hey,
How are
what's
you?
up? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Sound like you're doing bad. Are you sure? Are you lying to me?
I'm tired.
How's therapy going?
I actually, I was supposed to have I was supposed to have a session yesterday, and for some reason I just didn't realize that they just went ahead and canceled it, and
Oh,
I
no.
didn't know until the day of.
Oh no.
But that's okay because I had too much going on yesterday at work.
Yeah,
so I probably wouldn't have been able
It's
to
always
do it.
terrible to go to therapy when you got too much going on. It's not like you could use someone to talk to about it.
I know. Well, we had a mandatory like company party
Please
yesterday.
don't use the word man in front of me. Go on though.
Mandatory.
Man the Tories, man the cannons.
Oh, not the Tories. Fuck the Tories.
I knew you were a wig.
But yeah, and like I had to go during lunch. So I have a different lunch than everyone else I work with.
'Cause you're
so
vegan?
So yeah, I have to stay away. Well, that's funny you say that because at
No, it
the
isn't.
mandatory work party, I sat in the room with the other two vegans that work there. we just hung out while everyone else ate Kirkland pizza
Oh no.
uh,
What's Kirkland pizza?
from Costco.
Oh.
It's pizza from Costco, and according to Issa, it's the number 4 best rated pizza in the country.
Issa would know.
apparently.
Issa has Google on her phone.
She worked at Costco, so
Oh, whoa.
yeah.
So she loves us.
Yeah, but yeah, but I ate well, I didn't get to eat anything actually. I ate some desserts. They like got one of each of some vegan dessert, and then there was some fruit, and that's all I got to eat at this mandatory party.
They got one of each dessert, so they
There's a
had to
ghost
make
in the
you-
podcast.
Oh fuck! Am I not my turn to talk?
So on this week's episode of Sinclarity, which is episode 58, we have our guest Arielle, fake last name, in the studio. What's up, Arielle? Fake last name.
Hello.
What are some vegan desserts?
Well,
Start
it
with
was just,
that.
I was just thinking that's pretty fucked up that they got one of each dessert. Like, yeah, we're just gonna make the vegans fight over it, knowing damn well
One of
there's
each.
3 of you. Like,
Well, no. Like
the only
they
ethical
did-
consumption is fighting to the death and eating each other.
they
Accurate.
so they got like three cinnamon rolls and then 3 of these cookies. So we each got one. That's
Oh,
what I
you
meant.
each
I
got
don't
one
know
of
if that
each
makes
of
any
them.
sense. Yeah.
That's like
But I
pretty
didn't-
respectful towards the vegans.
Yeah.
But no food beyond the dessert, though, I guess.
No,
gonna
just
bring-
fruit.
They're gonna bring this up when you ask for healthcare. They'll be like, "Well, we got you those cinnamon rolls. What more do you want?"
they
Well-
rub your tummy while talking to you about it.
You know,
We have great company,
the-
morale.
the funny part is last week I had a terrible day at work. Like we all did. Like everyone that I worked with, we had this.
brag.
We spent this whole day getting this order ready, and I kept making jokes, just like, "Don't worry, guys, we'll get that pizza party. And then we literally got it the next week.
And then you didn't get
So-
any pizza.
No, I didn't get
Do
any
they know that
pizza.
like if you just don't put cheese on it, you technically have a vegan pizza? Like they could have just like maybe
Oh,
put some veggies on it.
That's
No
an
cheese.
insult in 2021.
Oh really?
There's vegan cheese out there.
Yeah, but not at every restaurant.
I
This is
expect
true.
the extra mile.
Well,
Or
Domino's doesn't even
microwave.
have vegan cheese. Domino's is the
No.
leader on the board.
Not yet.
If they did it,
Aren't
they
they
would lead the.
supposed to?
They should. I think so. They have shitty crust if you want it.
Yeah.
The gluten-free
it's really-
crust, it
it's
tastes
really
bad.
It's really bad.
I feel sad
Uh,
for people that can't eat gluten when they order that gluten-free crust because it's not good.
It
could do better.
It just always burns. That's
Yeah.
my experience with all gluten-free crust. It
Yeah.
just burns.
We're getting there. We'll get to a gluten-free future
Mm.
Yeah.
if we
with
don't run out
my
of
G-
trees first
my GF.
with your
gluten-free.
GF. Oh yeah, every time I read it, the 10-inch GF, I'm like, it's a small girlfriend. It's a small girlfone for everyone. You want a
Not about
10-inch
the size
GF?
of the girlfriend, it's the
It's
motion
the
in her ocean.
So as everyone doesn't know, since we haven't said it yet, this is a podcast about the show Dinosaurs from the early 90s, and every week we forget to tell you that. And basically we just go through every episode, not all in one episode. We've done like a lot before this one actually. Like
Yeah,
57 of them so far. And
Yeah,
this is the-
57 of them.
yes, this is
and,
lucky number 58. Why was 5
They-
afraid of 8?
Um,
It wasn't. Numbers aren't sentient anymore.
No, not anymore.
They lost their
used to be.
privilege. Well, they
When
shouldn't
they-
have eaten the apple.
Well, they died in a nuclear explosion.
why was
Ah.
5 afraid of 8? Because he was a little odd.
Ooh, math jokes. Oh god.
Because 5 is afraid of 8 because if he knocked him over, he would become infinite.
Mm,
You get it?
I hate that.
is that like that kind of reminds me of like oh shit, what's that band? They're
Brand new.
lyrics. I can't think of it. No, stop talking about
Perks of
brand
being a
new.
wallflower.
They might be giants.
That could be one.
That could
Who's
be
that?
one. They might be giants, and that could be one. These are very vague sentences. That's my
I don't
next
know.
band is going to be a response to they might be giants.
They could be
Anyway.
GF.
They could be 10-inch GFs.
Tennis. Well,
It's my
Today-
10-inch girlfriend, and she rides on my shoulder. It's my 10-inch girlfriend. I keep her in my pockets when it gets colder.
today we're doing season 3, episode 19.
I love that segue.
If I were a tree,
Did you know
Uh,
something interesting about this episode on Disney Plus?
what?
They get the title wrong.
If
Did
you
they?
were a
On
tree.
Disney Plus, it says "if you were a tree."
Mhm.
Yeah,
If you were a tree,
but it's if
that's
I.
a little-
But everywhere else, DVDs, Wikipedia, everywhere, it's if I were a tree. The book they read in the episode is called "If You Were a Tree," so I get it.
so Disney was looking very closely at this episode.
What if they named them all? Disney Plus named them all based on watching the episode, and they just got all of them right except for this one somehow.
That's how I remember all music types, all song titles.
Yeah, like like the song by Spin Doctors that's called "Just Go Ahead Now" from the '90s,
Teenage
Yeah,
Wasteland.
or "Teenage Wasteland," yeah, or
Yeah, or
"Keep Them Separated" by Offspring.
You know
Yeah,
that song's
or-
actually called Teenage Wasteland's Monster?
Not very many people know that.
oh, you mean number one with the bullet? That's my
Yeah, exactly. Or
that's my favorite.
or what's that one? Oh yeah, "Time of Your Life" by Blink 182.
Nobody knows that song, Ben.
Or I'm gonna shoot that barrel straight down Sancho's throat by Sublime. Is that what people think
That's
Century
not
is
the
called?
chorus. That is not the chorus.
What about by What about Green by Eiffel 65? I don't know why people think that.
Wait, now
No.
you're just making stuff up.
Oh, now I am.
Yeah, now you are.
It didn't start
Before
with me
you had
saying that
actual
Green Day
lyrics.
that Green Day song was by Blink 182.
No.
The State
I
Looks
mean,
Down on
Jack
Sodomy by Blink 182.
Jack and Sally. by
Yes.
Blink-182.
Yeah, by Crazy Train.
Yeah.
So so what did you want to say about this episode? The
I was
title.
gonna say, so did this the title is, we already did our jokes, our improv set on the titles.
Those weren't funny.
No, that's improv. Was this released on Earth Day? Because that looks pretty close to what Earth Day would be.
You know what? We can find out. I'm gonna ask our intern Brian to look it up.
Oh, Brian's there today?
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
I thought he had the day off.
Brian, get your hands out of there. Out of there. That's my Nutella.
Leave your 10-inch girlfriend alone.
Go wash the Nutella off your hands, and I need you to look up when Earth Day was in 1993.
Yeah.
He says it was April 22nd.
I thought
So
it was
close.
always on 420.
You thought it was? You're
No.
thinking of something else.
Ben can't say it.
I can't say it.
No weed jokes on the show.
Oh no, I was.
Oh no.
I was going somewhere
Ben's
else
thinking of
still.
something.
What's
Ben's thinking what Steve from Smash Mouth was thinking.
exactly on that little? That was concerning. Earth Day 2021 is on the 22nd also. So you were wrong all the time. I think it's always the 22nd.
No, it's definitely not.
I just looked it up.
Everyone.
Earth Day 2020. 22nd.
Day birthday.
Earth Day's on the 22nd.
The days are
That was close enough.
all blurred
It's close
together.
When this episode came out?
It probably came out on a Friday, 4/18/1993, right? TGIF.
Yeah, so that's 4 days before Earth Day. That's like basically the Earth Day episode. Yeah,
Yeah, it would have to been after Earth Day. So
after Earth. What's gonna happen then?
the battleship,
Oh yeah,
battlefield Earth. Sorry.
Battlefield. No.
That's what the next episode
Battleship.
talks about. Well, actually, that's what this episode talks about.
What's the next episode? How do you already know?
Because I kept, every time I tried to watch this episode, this next episode would turn on, and then I'd fall asleep.
Oh,
So I only know
How many
the premise
times did
of
you
it.
watch it?
that's a good review. Is every time I try to watch it, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Put that on IMDb. So
You overestimate my ability to remember stuff. I did watch it twice.
don't worry. I never overestimate your abilities. I regularly estimate them. This episode is written by a good man, Andy Goodman, who writes all the environmentalist ones. Typically,
I was trying to do you know anything about him? Like what he was?
he's an environmentalist. That's all.
all?
That's the main
Yeah,
thing.
Cool, not cool?
I mean, as far as
don't-
I mean, he's a guy, so you never know.
Yeah. I think, who was it? Was it Tim? Was Tim talking about him? How he would always do episodes like this because he was involved in
He
like
called him
the-
like a a liberal.
he called him like a hippie or something. Yeah.
It looks like
I don't know.
He's the he's the co-founder of and director of the Goodman Center, where do-gooders learn to do better, and Superman does gooder.
This
You
sounds
do
like he
better.
has narcissistic personality disorder.
I mean,
I started
Sure
a
he does.
foundation
Hey,
of
look.
how I'm good.
friend of the show, Andy Goodman, is whoever he wants to be.
I mean, you write an episode like this, you got to be a narcissist.
Yeah, so Andy Goodman, I was going to say, when you asked if he was a good person, I was like, I don't know. He could have, like, hugged a tree that didn't consent, like a tree hugger. Like, I was like, he could still be a tree hugger and not a good person, I guess.
No,
Burl is the only example of this.
So here's the reason I brought Arielle for this episode is for one, I like talking to Arielle, so it was a way of like getting around having to talk to Tim, and then two is because I stayed at Arielle's house pretty recently, and there's always like shit composting in the sink, and there's like if I threw away something that expired a year ago, Arielle would dive into the dumpster and pull it back out, and like
Yep, I am an environmentalist.
yeah, it's we're just like this is the only person I know who recycles, so I had to have them on the episode.
We don't shower.
the only
Arielle doesn't
person.
shower. Well, Arielle will shower somebody else's, but they have to lay under them to get the leftover water. And that's why their bathtubs look like that there. But we're not going to air that on the podcast. Well,
didn't say
I'm
the
just
safe
saying they have a
word.
bunk bed bathtub. Why isn't that a thing?
Bunk bed bathtub.
Bathtub.
Bunk bed bathtubs.
That's just like living in an apartment. That's what that is.
That's just New Orleans, baby. So, enough about Andy Goodman. Who directed this episode?
Big bad Bruce Bilson daddy. I don't know. What you
Oh, yeah, the Quad Bs.
Quad B.
So Bruce
Quad B.
Bilson, he's mostly known for his granddaughter being Rachel Bilson.
BBL.
We say that every single episode.
Yeah, we do say.
That
Well,
directs, at
he
least.
directs most of them, so that does come up quite often. Him and Turbo Vic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So do you want to do you want like a little summary of this one? I got a little summary here for you.
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
Based on the song "If I Were a Boy" by Beyonce, Ethel reads the baby a story called "If You Were a Tree" about a dinosaur tree pusher, Earl, who gets struck by lightning and swaps souls with the tree he's trying to demolish.
That's right. We got a little swisheroo episode
Freaky
here.
Friday.
Yeah, Freaky
Yeah.
Friday. That's a good segue to the fact that this coming, we're about to be on season 3 of our stepsister podcast, Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. And season 3 is based on Freaky Friday. It's all based on body
Yeah.
swaps.
So we're doing them a favor. by doing
So
this.
so
So
yeah,
we gotta send them an invoice.
yes, and then
That's
an
an
invoice. What
invoice.
voice should we do it in? Kermit the Frog here. You owe us $23 for this promotion.
I need $23.
It's
God
not easy not giving me the green. That's how.
And there's a
that's
lot of
with a hammer in his hand. Just what?
there's I love how all of like the summary is a sentence, but
The trivia.
So you got so much trivia here.
You want to know why? Because some shit happened. Okay. So
What
we already
happened?
discussed the title thing with the "If You Were a Tree" shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like later on there's a reference to "One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest" that's kind of just like thrown in, and then there's also a reference to like the Terminator that we don't need to even talk about. But the main
Hasta
thing,
la vista. When Sexual Harris says "Hasta la vista," I do remember that.
which is
from that
exactly
episode.
it rhymes with what Tim's boss said, which is "This is not your pizza." The other day, but so the title of this is based on a question asked during an interview between Barbara Walters and movie actress Katharine Hepburn.
Is it really though?
Yeah, Katharine Hepburn asked Barbara if she was a tree, what kind of tree would she be? A common misconception followed that Barbara Walters herself asked the question to Katharine. And then I found another article that disputed this claim. Said,
my
actually,
God.
the tree moment cropped up during Walters' 1981 interview of Katharine Hepburn, who described herself as feeling very strong tree, like a very strong tree in her old age. Walters pressed her on, what kind of tree are you? To which Hepburn said she preferred to be an oak rather than an elm in order to avoid Dutch elm disease. So,
Wow, she knows a lot about
Wait,
trees.
this is true?
yeah.
You're not lying.
That's
right
important
now for-
trivia. If I was lying, it
For
would be
interest.
way less funny.
This
Yeah.
is a great lie, Ben. You're doing good.
I'm very good at lying now. I've been
Well, I
working on it.
said
New comedy technique.
Oh,
Just lie.
You know what? I just realized is there's 3 more trivia points. So this is what you're talking about.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is kind of a lot. You know,
It's so many.
like I had mentioned that David Warner is a special voice actor in this episode as the spirit of the tree, and he's primarily known for being like the Loeb from Freakazoid, and he narrates like some Winnie the Pooh specials and stuff like that. And speaking of that,
cute.
Michael McKean's on as Kyle.
Can I have a okay?
Yeah.
I have a question. This is part of my
course.
list of questions
Oh yeah, Ariel brought a list of questions.
because I've never seen any other episodes of this show. Is the
Oh, yeah.
baby
We'll get into that.
voiced
we'll
by
get into that.
Elmo?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Yes.
nobody has any questions about pedophile Elmo guy
Frank
playing a baby.
Clash. I mean, like
Tim
it was not
Clash.
known about him at this point.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Hollywood knows everything. They just selectively ignored
You
that.
think the Muppets are allowed in Hollywood? I think it's very next to Hollywood. Like it's like
The Muppets are Hollywood.
Muppets are like Jeff Ross level of celebrity, where they're allowed to hang out with famous people sometimes.
I want to see the roast of Elmo.
Oh no!
Ross. I heard Elmo's doing coke in the back room.
Is that your
know
Jeff
how
Ross
to-
impression?
How do roasts go?
Let's hear your Lisa Lampanelli impression.
Black guys. That's it. That's her
Elmo was
whole-
white till I put him in my panties.
That's her whole shtick.
Oh my goodness!
Is black guys and then people making fun of her for wanting to be with black guys. That's
What-
her whole gimmick.
She was literally somebody who was like the funny lady in the office, and then became a comedian because of that. For like, that's like I was reading her backstory, and it's essentially just like she randomly just like people said, "You're so funny, you should do comedy," and she went on stage and just made fun of people in the audience, and everyone liked it.
I mean,
my
I
gosh.
do sometimes like that, but
Yeah.
you gotta punch up.
Yeah, that's why
Not
she quit
down.
doing. That's why she said she stopped doing comedy because she like.
You can't punch down anymore.
No, she didn't like.
2021?
No, she didn't like her. Like she like became more woke and like was like, oh. She's
Yeah.
like this is all bad, and she like like she didn't have like the background growing up in comedy to understand like what she was doing either. Like it's just
She didn't have.
she did not know what she was doing.
She didn't
knew
know
not
she
what
a
was doing
professional.
comedy.
Not a professional.
she had no
Like
idea
us.
it was stand up. She thought it was a work meeting the whole time.
She didn't. She didn't get her license like we do.
She was like, the water cooler's crazy these days. Yeah, we have our comedy licenses. Our license to kill, like on stage, like knock them dead.
Is that the same place
Yeah.
you get the Baptist missionary license?
Yeah, missionary, man on top, woman on bottom, always.
Always.
As discussed prior to recording.
Siempre.
So the reason I got stuck up on these trivia is the real reason is I fell into a rabbit hole.
Oh God.
And this is not the story about Chungus, but Ethel reads "Goodbye Rock" to Baby, referencing "Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Moon."
Rock.
Yeah. From the time of its publication in 1947 until 1972, the book was banned by the New York Public Library due to the then head children's librarian Anne Carroll Moore's hatred of the book. She was considered a top tastemaker and arbiter of children's books, not only in the New York Public Library, but for libraries nationwide in the United States, even well past her official retirement. So basically, it wasn't stocked again until 1972, after the 25th anniversary of the publication. And it was all just because of this woman, just like she fucking hated it. She would like,
She thought it was tasteless.
yeah, she had a stamp that was like her disapproval stamp she put on books that she didn't like.
I'm imagining
What
her also judging all teen lit and deciding
Yeah.
which is tasteful and which isn't.
She had like a bill of
bet-
rights about like children's literature, like what it should be like.
I bet she fucking loved fucking Catcher in the Rye or some bullshit like that.
I bet she was great at parties. That's all. Just unacceptable.
She only approved like, was it Highlight magazine? I think that's
Okay,
probably what
highlight
the only thing
magazine.
She
No, she
liked.
probably thought that was like fucking like
Smut.
I was gonna say smut. I was like, that's not really what I meant. I meant more like kitschy or something, but like like lowest common denominator or something.
Auto archiving that one chick's fanfic about Harry Styles being evil.
Yes.
After she's like,
Is
Renew.
that what that meme? Is that what that meme's about?
I don't know.
Did you know that actually this woman I just was talking
Evil.
about, Anne Carroll Moore, she wrote My Immortal fanfic, so
No.
She knows what she's talking about. No, I wrote it. We're not going to give her that credit. But so Arielle, what is your history with the show Dinosaurs? Just knowing me.
None. You tell me regularly to listen to your podcast. And
I've never told you to listen to my podcast.
Forget.
To be fair. I would
No,
not
I always forget.
Ben has paid you.
I pay you handsomely.
I'll invoice you later.
I get my hair done. I'm very handsome, and I pay you.
Wait, no, that's me.
Yeah, that's you. Arielle does have a pretty notorious mullet, which is also Arielle's rap name.
Notorious Smollett.
Notorious Mullet.
Notorious Mullet.
It's actually pronounced like Jesse Smollett, and it's actually problematic.
Jesse Mullet.
Jesse Mullet. I wish I had
good.
Jesse's mullet. Me and Arielle went to the same place on that one.
Yeah.
That's actually like time appropriate considering when that song came out.
Speaking of time appropriate, it's Tim appropriate and time for Tim to start the episode.
Oh, okay. So we're just
Wait,
going
we're not started yet.
I mean, we
So we're
already.
just-
Well, I meant like the wait. Okay, so Arielle's history with dinosaurs is none.
okay.
And then we
that's
sung
just
about
where we're
mullets.
gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
Okay, what did you
There's
watch as a
no-
kid?
Oh,
What was your parents' divorce like?
they were they were never
Listen.
married.
Oh, good. That's hot.
I did not own a TV when I was a child. I grew up in.
You were like a
Yeah, those-
hipster. Oh
yeah,
yeah, you
those
grew up.
cool
You
parents.
grew
I
up
was raised in a
hippie.
barn.
It was more hippie and like tents involved and stuff like that.
Minimal electricity.
Yeah, I forgot you were raised Amish. Amishish.
Amishish.
Amish fish. It's like a neo religion. It's called a modern day evangelicalism.
Yeah, so you
Is
said
that
you
what
were,
those little fish on the car are?
yeah.
Amishish.
That's also what those little Grateful Dead bears mean. But like, okay, so
God.
you mentioned to me, I don't have the exact message up in front of me. Actually, I do. Thank God for technology. You said to me earlier.
Me?
Yes, you. You as an Arielle.
Yeah.
If you were a tree.
Not the part where I just read the message where you accused me of stealing your alcohol. That's not what I meant to read.
Oh. Well, I just had to know which roommate I'd yell at.
I've been spending a lot of time thinking about Evangeli. So, Evangeli so cult. Okay, evangelical cult families is what I was supposed to say. So good luck with me today.
Yeah.
So Tim, that's the mood Arielle's currently in, is evangelical cult family talk.
I've just been watching a lot of conspiracy videos about the blonde ones with the mom that looks like she's from Tiger King.
The blonde who?
They're a family that's all blonde, and they all play in a country band together. And they invented their own Christianity. They think
Hanson.
Baptists are pagans. They think
You think Baptists are pagans?
yeah, they think that's like wish-wash pagan Christianity, being a Southern Baptist. So it's fascinating. But
So
anyways.
what kind of like you said they're a country band? They're the Plath family, is that it?
Yes. Aren't they scary?
Oh shit.
But the oldest brother, he's fucking fine, and we stan him.
Fine.
He's like the least toxic masculinity out there.
Out there in general?
He's like sexy mechanic, but then he like has a heart-to-heart with his wife on the
Sexy
show.
mechanic.
So he's the Robbie Sinclair of that.
Where he like cries because he feels like he should hold more space for her emotions, and I was like, like that is maybe I am straight.
The conversion therapy works.
So are they
Struck that
are they
for the
like
record.
are they like the country bear? The
Are they
country bear
the country?
jamboree?
What,
They're like
animatronics?
the Berenstein Bears, but very problematic.
The Mancala
Oh, so they don't
effect.
exist. So they exist. Yeah, I was gonna say they live in a different dimension.
Yeah, books.
Bernstein Bears.
Yeah,
Stein
I bet
beers.
that awful lady probably banned those books too.
Well, bears can't talk.
Oh no, they're not allowed to dance. No merriment whatsoever.
Yeah, you can't marry
Well,
men.
like she probably thought like the brother was really mean to the sister or something like that.
I don't remember it that well, but I always find out that when I grew up, it's like all the main character boys were just brats and everything. Like Caillou,
Harry
Franklin,
Potter.
Harry Potter.
Fucking shit.
That's one.
I loved him in the fifth book when he was so emo. Because when I was younger, I was annoyed by it, but that's because I was reading about myself. It's what it turned out. And then when I got older and read it, I was like, oh yeah, he's 15 and everything's been shitty. Like other than that, he's rich in front of his poor friend all the time.
You, me, and Harry are all Leos. We're born very close
Are you
together.
doxing us right now? Are we gonna get doxed?
What's your address, Ben?
2198. Nice try. Nice try. I'm not saying the rest of that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
Okay.
You have to listen to a different episode of someone else's.
So that's your
podcast.
experience. Yeah, you have to listen to a different podcast. You can piece it all together over time. I've said my number on here. But that's Arielle's history with dinosaurs. Is that enough, Tim? Is that fucking enough for you to want to start the episode?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just
Arielle told me it was going to be an aggressive episode, so I wanted to get
you
on
could have
it.
just left it. You could have just left it at that.
Well, you probed. You three-pronged me.
3-prong outlet.
You're very grounded today, guys.
Oh no, we're grounded. Dad.
Mom.
No PlayStation?
But Mom, where's the batteries for my Game Boy?
No, you're grounded. That means I ate your batteries.
Go to your tent. No electricity for you today.
So you were just grounded as a kid. That's what happened, Arielle, when you said you lived in a tent with no electricity. That was punishment for
That was
being
just
like
during
you.
the summer. In the winter, they let me come inside.
You had to build your own doghouse.
So speaking of
Man.
building your own doghouse, we're going to build ourselves this episode of Sinclarity by getting into scene 1. That was my second segue into scene
Scene
1.
one.
How many tries is it gonna take you to get us to start the episode?
Hey, they call me 2 and done. I don't know why. I can't get them to stop.
Anyway, so today the episode begins
With a song of rebellion.
God, stop all the time. We get Ethel's back, which is cool. Ethel is in baby's room and she's reading him the Goodnight Rock to get him ready for bedtime.
This is my favorite Dwayne Johnson based book.
Yeah. Good night, The Rock. Good night, Dwayne. Good night,
Johnson.
one of his other characters from a movie. I don't know.
Good night, Jack Black. Good night, Kevin Hart. Good night, Jumanji.
Yeah, Good Night, Dirt, which I thought was great. And, Baby. Oh God, Baby's possessed by Librarian and Carol Moore.
Tim is reading directly from my notes instead of just. This is what happens when it's been a week since Tim watched the episode.
I love it. I love that you do that, but you don't want anyone to read it.
I know these are jokes for you, Tim. Yeah, Baby is possessed by Librarian and Carol Moore, and like he's like, "Is this a classic?" Like he gets mad about the book.
Yeah. So were they making fun of that book too? Are they agreeing with her?
I think people generally made fun of that book for being like kind of like boring,
mind numbing.
Yeah. I think it's a little creepier than that. Like I have Good Night Bush, and it's like a parody. It's a parody where it's like talking to Good Bush, and it's like good night Dick Cheney, good night bowl of rice. I don't remember her full name. Good night Colin Powell.
That one.
Yeah, I don't know. But it talks about the whole history of that book and like how I think Bush said that his favorite book as a kid was like The Hungry Caterpillar, which didn't come out until he was like 40.
The Hungry Capitalist? Is that his remake?
The Halliburton Capitalist is his favorite.
The Halliburton.
Good night, money.
Good night, money. Sleep tight. Oh, money, you're so naughty.
Good night, kids in cages.
He got excited because he found out that all the illustrations in it were oil paintings.
Oh yeah, so he gets to paint those pictures of dogs and like the ghost of the Iraqi child that died that haunts him still.
An exact replica of Hitler's German Shepherds painting.
Yeah,
Yes.
He hates shoes.
Oh, he hates shoes.
Who, George Bush?
Yeah, he every time somebody tries to give him some, he's like dodges.
Is he like one of those having my toes out is my legal rights sort of people?
He always says "sun's out, toes out." But
he's a big flip flop guy.
I think we need to send this episode to that guy on Twitter who threw the shoes at Bush because he retweets anyone who mentions it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but so yeah, Baby wants to read it, another story because it's like fucking. He doesn't want to go to bed. That's what babies do. They don't like going to bed.
I honestly thought this intro was like the biggest cop out for the writers as like a suspended reality. Like here, just we'll do no gymnastics. Just invent a new book.
So if the episode were to start instead with them doing gymnastics, how do you think it would end with Earl switching places with a tree?
Oh, easy. Gymnastics flip straight into the tree. Concussion, boing, oing, 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 just like.
Where's the boner come into play?
That's the previous episode.
In the
That's the previous episode. It's the wet dream episode. It's the sound effects.
Just like Freaky Friday, when they try to run into each other and switch back, except this time it works.
Exactly.
And then she turns into Michael Myers and she goes on a killing spree.
Oh no. And what, 3 Austin Powers movies in a row? Is that a killing spree?
Honestly, who throws a shoe?
Oh, that's perfect. Wow, Tim. That was good. That was a good.
I was waiting.
That was a callback. Fuck. Damn.
Chamber.
That's a secret ass chamber.
5 minutes ago.
That's pretty good. I'm impressed. I've never loved you more than at this moment.
Okay, we'll kiss later.
Okay.
Kiss me
Ethel agrees. If Ethel agrees to read one of her favorites, "If You Were a Tree" by B. Walters.
Oh, now I get why they said it was a reference to Barbara Walters before.
Oh,
I didn't piece together why that was a whole thing. I just wrote it.
Yeah.
I almost like Googled who that was too.
That's funny.
I thought it was just a random fucking name. So she starts the story. Once upon a time, in a land very much like this one, there lived a dinosaur who pushed down trees for a living. And one day, he and his friends were in a part of the forest that they had never seen before.
So sorry, Arielle.
Oh, this is another one of my questions.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is getting all tied in. Is that his real job? Is that Daddy's
Daddy's real job. Daddy's real job. Daddy, can I have a real job?
Daddy's got a real job.
Yeah,
he's a tree pusher. The bacon.
Time to make the donuts. He works for $3.50 an hour as a tree pusher.
Yeah.
So this is set in the 70s.
No, in 1993, $3.50 an hour was the minimum. Mm-hmm. Actually, that was in 1991. It might be up to like $4 by this point. We looked it up in the first episode because we were concerned.
They're accurate to minimum.
That's minimum wage in general, not for actors. Earl's not an actor; he's a tree pusher.
That's the minimum wage. And what are they supposed to be in like a era like Paleolithic, Neo?
I believe technically it's the late Cretaceous.
Yeah, because it's like 60 million years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So think of it more like. Most of this is scientifically accurate. This show, but like some of it's a little like it's like a little Michael Crichton-ish.
So it's like the Big Bang Theory.
Yes, where it's 100% true.
and for intellectuals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peggy, knock knock Peggy, like that whole thing.
And it's all real. Like it's all real too. Like all the stuff
Pachinkos.
happened. Just like
that's my reference.
Like the Big Bang Theory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we cut to Earl and his labor friends at We Say So. We Say So is
where he works for.
That's where they really work for, Arielle, is We Say So. And they are portraying characters from Ethel's story because of the cheap setup as mentioned by Arielle for the plot.
Yeah, we got Earl, we got Sexual Harris.
We got fucking Earl, we got fucking
Turtle Puss. Turtle Puss. And Roy. Roy's in it too.
Hell yeah, Roy, my boy.
Yep, and Earl's like wandering around in the forest, and he's like, "Oh, look at all this new land." He's like, "Bright futures out there for all of us." I don't see shit. That's because those trees are in the way.
So this is how people look at the world in general. They're just like, look at all this fucking usable land, except for that nature. Like
it's like that Beachmont Chevrolet ad where they're like, this all used to be fields 15 years ago, and they like show a beautiful serene field, and they're like, and now it's a car lot. Come buy our fucking cars.
Paid paradise and put up a parking lot.
Damn it, Ben.
You knew I was going to do that. Well, look in the fuck. I'm sure it's in the notes somewhere.
Ooh, bop, bop, bop.
Ooh, bop, bop, bop.
Yeah,
our Green Day cover.
So he can't wait. It's not Green Day. It's Pinhead Gunpowder.
Well, actually, it's not Green Day.
Well, I'm pushing my glasses up.
This is Irish Glass. I love Pinhead Gunpowder. I read Comet Bus.
So they want to knock them all down. They all consider Earl, he's a visionary.
Mm-hmm.
And he all challenges them. He's just like, hey, the first one to knock down 100 trees gets a donut. In this world, I think that's what they get paid in.
Yeah, because this is also because they've watched The Simpsons too much, and they know that donut's supposed to be the main drive for the dad.
Yeah,
that's a very fucking Simpsons ass line right there. Donuts aren't brought up in the show ever, I don't think.
Not really.
Simpsons must be big in 1993.
Yeah.
You think anyone?
They made fun of them in the last episode. So
they made fun of themselves through Light of Simpsons.
Yeah.
But they all charge off and they knock down those fucking trees.
Yep.
It's pretty impressive. Those are
Earl finds one. Is just too strong. He's like, he can't push it down. And then it starts raining and there's thunder. And he complains. He's just like, you had to grow outdoors, didn't you?
Fucking trees. They're always doing that.
They need fake plastic ones.
How about if they were, instead of being the giving tree, if they were the giving a shit tree, they would have grown indoors where it can't rain. But I digress.
Trees.
I digest. Yeah. Go on.
And while he's trying to push it down and complaining about it, Earl gets struck. Well, the tree gets struck by lightning.
No,
but while he's touching, yeah, just like that.
and then Lindsay Lohan and Activia spokeswoman switch bodies.
I think I would have liked this show better if Earl was played by what's her name?
Activia spokeswoman.
Yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I was panicking in my head because I know her name.
Registered yogurt lady.
Unregistered yogurt offender. Jamie Lee Curtis.
What'd you do to that yogurt?
That's not Joe Bonnie. That's my Bonnie. Anyway, this is terrible.
Jesus Christ. He doesn't even work for Giovanni.
Who doesn't? I used to work for Giovanni.
So Earl
switches bodies Bunny. Go on.
With the tree, and he's passed out on the floor, which Roy is just like, hey, it's not nap time.
Which I call bullshit. It's nap time whenever you want it to be.
Yeah, they work neighboring jobs. Nap time's any time within 45 minutes of the last one.
Exactly.
And he's the tree now. Like Earl's face is the tree, and he's calling out to his friends, and they can't hear him because he's a tree.
Yeah.
And
they don't listen to trees. They don't pay attention to the trees.
Yeah. And it goes right into the theme song.
Yeah. Because Earl's dead, so the show starts. So the theme song is like bum bum boing yoing yoing yoing. Here's a segment I wanted to introduce to the show: is if you had to write the theme song to Dinosaurs with lyrics, how would it go?
Oh God!
Who wants to get first?
Wait. Would you have to use the theme song itself and
you do whatever you want? This is have fun with it.
Oh, I would just do the fucking like Family Matters, like that, like something like that.
No one told me dinosaurs were gonna be this way. Sinclair Family, like that.
No, not Friends.
Earl's in charge of our days and our dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't know. I think the Family Matters song is so good. So
I think it should be like. Here's a story about this Earl and this Robbie and this Charlene and this Monica and this Rachel and this Phoebe and this Ted and this Marshall and this Lily and this... I'm going to run out of names of characters from sitcoms, and that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I did think the original song sounded suspiciously like the...
like the Cartoon Network cover. Suspiciously.
Wait, you mean they didn't cover that song?
They ripped us off.
I thought it sounded like... the fucking Larry David Show theme song.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, this is terrible content.
How does the Larry David theme song go? It's like, it goes, if you see enthusiasm, you gotta curb it. Boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. I learned the Seinfeld bass on bass the other day while playing with my live-in landlord.
Well, Ben, it's not bass; it's a keyboard. So sorry to break it to you.
Well, actually, it's not bass. This is actually episode of Sinclarity.
Speaking of that, this is way off topic, but
yeah, we've been on topic here, right? Go on.
because I listened to a lot of Sublime last night with Issa.
Oh, you smoke weed now?
That's my grandma's name, by the way.
Sublime.
Yeah.
Sublime?
Issa. Yeah.
Sublime Issa. Likes to step. I can't do it.
Sublime Issa ska band.
We had a baby Issa ska band.
Issa me ska band.
All right, Tim. What was Sublime last night with Issa me ska band?
Well, a few years ago, we learned, me and my friend Chris, who was in Ghost Aviary with me, we learned that a lot of the bass in on the self-titled album, and we were like, how is it so low? Like it's like an 808 sound, like the bass lines, and it's just like, because it was like all keyboard, like all the like heavy, the heavy bass.
Kanye produced that album.
That was
so
all
808s and heartbreaks.
Yes, 808s and bong rips.
It's definitely heartache. Like if you actually listen to Sublime,
that's a sleep album.
Depressing shit.
It is pretty depressing to be someone who listens to Sublime. But
no,
I say the same thing about Sublime that I say about the war in Iraq. Is I love the band, hate the fans. Too long. That's what I say. He died pretty young, but too long.
They keep getting a new lead singer.
Yeah, they keep. They had Sublime with Greece, Sublime with Rome, Sublime with the Mongolian.
With Dave Navarro.
Sublime with Chester from Limp Bizkit. Wait, Limp Bizkit.
What?
Yeah.
You're out of your league. Man.
I'm out of my element.
Okay, wait. Can we bring this back? Because I have even more questions.
Yeah, bring it back with a question.
I don't know how to fit this in, but what are their earrings attached to?
Okay. Every AFAB person on this show asked about why their earrings. I didn't notice.
They just popped in them little holes. Like,
who was it? It was Aaron Keefe was very upset and concerned about the earrings the whole time, and so was who was it? Who else? I know we had a few people that were like, "What the fuck's with the earrings?"
Do you think that's like a feminist coping mechanism?
That's a real feminine trait.
They're just like embellished earplugs so that
I think it might be.
They have a progressive marriage. She doesn't have to hear anything he says.
You just drown him out.
Honestly, Fran would be better off with that. Like, she would be way better off.
Yeah.
She didn't have to listen to Earl.
Females are meant to be seen, not listen to men. Wait.
Maintaining the traditional values of marriage, ignoring all the toxic things your husband says.
Exactly.
Only Frans.
Men are better when they don't talk. I've learned this. Onlyfrans.com.
Yep. So
we were somewhere.
We're after the theme song.
Oh hell yeah.
Roy is trying to wake Earl up. He's like, Earl, are you dead? And he's like, he's not drooling. Yep, he's dead.
Yeah, if Earl's not drooling, he's dead. That is true. Just do a drool check on him.
Yeah,
that's
it's like my cat.
Hold a mirror at the side of his mouth and see if a pool forms.
But baby interrupts the scene because he's concerned. He's like, hold it. He wants to know if Earl's really dead, and Ethel's like, regretfully, he's alive.
Yeah, she even hates this version of Earl,
and it's her favorite book.
But she reminds the baby that his spirit is just living inside the tree, and the baby's just like, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's pretty heady stuff. It's pretty. You got to be a real Sublime listener to get it.
Yeah, but they just switched bodies. So.
Yeah.
He'll understand spiritualism when he's like 14, 15 and starting to get high.
Starting to get high.
I mean, he was already a god. Like, he was like a god king.
Yeah. Baby is God?
Yeah.
Baby's been God.
Yeah. He had a horn and everything.
Baby's Benghazi.
Benghazi? Oh God.
Benghazi, okay. Fugazi, product.
That's right.
Product
Russell
numbers.
Brand.
Russell Brand. Disney is a brand. Disney made the show Dinosaurs, and in the show Dinosaurs, Ethel returns to reading the story, telling baby about the tree pusher waking up, possessing the soul of a tree.
Good free association right there.
Fucking love segues.
Yeah, and Earl wakes up and he has a British accent suddenly.
Yeah. I'm alive, Governor. I'm alive and I'm a dinosaur. How wondrous, how magical. If you just tell me who I am. What's it? Oh, you puppet. That's British, right? Oh, wee. That's British, right?
And so I guess they just assume that Earl just like hit his head or something. Like he's just.
Yeah, I guess they missed the lightning hitting him.
They're just waiting to see if he'll murder his family.
Earl is not a Benoit, but he they fill our new tree beard.
But he does crawl up inside and wait.
They fill our tree beard in on the minor details, and despite real tree-bound Earl's hollering, they take play tree bird. They take him to the Sinclair house, hoping that a big shock, aka his family, will set him straight again.
They figure they just send him back home and just remind him who his family is.
I kind of felt like this was some queer coding, like very much. I feel like Earl kind of did get like Freaky Friday'd into like a lesbian, like same outfits, but like much more caring.
That's true. Flannel is still
compliments.
Flannel stays.
always no pants. Always flannel.
Onlyflannel.com. That sounds way too sexy. I can't go to onlyflannel.com.
There is that episode where he gets the flannel beret and the flannel handkerchief scarf. Yeah.
When he buys fancy clothes, it's all flannel still. That's fucking tight.
That's just Burberry. Fancy for lesbians.
Yes. Fancy for lesbians. Well, that's Fancy Feast.
Like, I like the scene where he does the pep talk to the dead plant. Like, he, like, schools his daughter, and he's like, no water in a month. Like, no direct sunlight. I was like, yep, gay vibes. I date this version of Earl.
I think you're right.
And then he holds up, he makes everyone positive affirmation, the plant, and is like, repeat after me. I am special. Like, that was my favorite moment of the show.
That makes sense because I've been in Arielle's room and there are positive affirmations on the door frame when you're walking out of it.
So, I haven't killed myself yet. It's working.
Be much better for the environment if we all did. Hey, what?
Y'all can keep talking. I really have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, so we're going to do a quick break?
Yeah, I got to pee too. Oh my God, I didn't know we were allowed to do that.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break because I also have to switch laundry over.
We're going to do the bunk bed shower apparatus.
So if you're listening to the show, please send us an email at sinclaritypodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you did during our quick break. Welcome back to Sinclarity, a Dinosaur's Tale. I hope you all enjoyed your break. And like I said, email us, let us know what your break was all about. And give us a break because we're back on scene 4 of the episode.
Yes. So we're back at the Sinclair house. Roy lets Fran know that Earl was struck by lightning, but otherwise he's fine.
Yeah, Roy's pretty good at burying the lead. Like, we know he's good at burying old ladies because he did that in another episode, but this is
Ray.
Yeah, Ray, I mean, my bad. But old aluminium Earl starts popping off about how lucky he is, not only to be freed from the earthly bondage, but in the same day be gifted with a whole family of his own.
I know, he's so happy. He's like, oh my God, this is so great.
He's fucking annoying, is what I'd say.
I had a lot of, like, okay, it only took him, like, 10 minutes to be good at walking. Maybe there's, like, the beginning scene.
Yeah, how long did it take you?
Right, left. Couple years, man.
Like an amateur, like a scrub.
At least 2 years.
I walked out of my mom with a cane twirling it like fucking.
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my mommy.
Hello, is this life? I guess. I just walked out. Start spreading your legs.
No,
I'm getting born today. Fly me to the.
Oh my God.
So after our crooning of being born and walking, the kids comment on how fucking blitzed wait, hold on. They comment on how let me do this exactly how I wrote it in the notes on how fucking blitzed ass McWeed stoned up Mayor Iguana Earl is right now.
What the fuck?
Mega fried.
They called him fried. I listened to Sublime last night too, buddy. Okay.
I know what fried means.
You know, fried.
Did they ask him like how he likes his eggs?
Yeah, he said in your face.
Fried
in your
or fertilized?
Fried, fertilized, and mixed with onions. And so he's thrice blessed. You know, he gets his new family. He gets to get high. He gets to learn to walk. The baby calls him a fruit for some reason.
Oh boy,
That's
why is the
the
baby
gay coding,
homophobic
right?
Yeah.
all of a sudden?
No, there's a lot of queer coding in this episode. I also think this is the time the mom came for the first time, probably.
Is this because Earl's a woman now?
No, just a lesbian.
Just a lesbian. Not any woman can do it. Just a lesbian.
It's more about his personal identity than how others see him.
That's true.
Oh, you mean British?
Hey, I wasn't gonna say it, but
it always comes back to that.
But meanwhile, Robbie decides he's gonna dip out to attend the Save the Mammoths rally because he's like a real pinko commie terrorist. And
and
it's probably code for just going out to get some dick.
Yeah,
Dude.
mammoth dick.
Oh boy,
suck the mammoths rally.
Okay, you know what? This is a clean PG podcast.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Actually, this segues to another one of my questions.
Oh, cool.
So you know when
I would not suck a mammoth dick.
When Earl's in the tree, can we? This might be after lesbian Earl comes out. You wouldn't suck a mammoth dick.
I could tell that was halting your sentences. You were trying to get through your question, but you were concerned about my statement.
Ben,
I don't have the mouth for it.
What that mouth do?
You gotta use hands too sometimes. Sometimes the mouth just isn't enough.
I guess PG stands for pretty gross now.
Question.
So how about we segue into your question when we get to the next scene where Earl's a tree?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So Robbie's gonna attend some rally for some liberal shit, and Earl's impressed by this for the first time because it's not real Earl, it's British Earl, and British people love the environment. I guess that's why they colonize so much of it.
It's like when your mom divorces your dad and starts dating a woman, but she says you can call her dad still too.
Yeah, that happens to everyone. You're right. The ubiquitous experience.
I know a lot of Northsiders. Okay.
So Tim.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Did you just hear that?
Is that your girlfriend?
That's his wife. That's the dog, Bella.
That's really fucked up for you to call Tim's partner the dog.
You know what?
You want to marry your dog?
When you only get your...
If only my roommate would let me get one.
So, essentially, Earl is like, do you really think you could save the fucking mammoths? That'd be tight, because, like, the mammoth stampede grows weaker with every passing day. Like, if you really think about it, like, icebergs are going to be gone, and if icebergs are gone, then who will Jack kiss on the Titanic?
A girl?
But he's not on the thing. He's on the door, or he can't get on the door. Only Rose is on the door.
The correct roses are by the stairs, because surprises let you know she cares.
They smell like poo-poo.
No, that's a different... Caroline! So, anyway.
Do you think CeeLo Green was smelling different girls' poops? God. Like, no, they all really smell like poo-poo.
Wait, does CeeLo Green...
That's Outcast.
That's Outcast. I mean, that's not CeeLo.
Yeah, that's Outcast. Well, actually, that's Outcast.
It's Outcast's monster.
I was like trying to piece... I'm like, I know that Killer Mike was in the music video, but I was like, I don't think CeeLo Green was anywhere.
Yeah. He's in the Dungeon family, but, you know.
That's speaking of Dungeon families, he gives Robbie his blessing to go to save the Mammoths rally.
Yeah, so like we were saying before, how accurate the timeline is in this show, the woolly mammoths would not be around with the dinosaurs.
Well, that's only if Robbie doesn't save them.
Well, Adam and Eve walked with the dinosaurs, so...
Well, and mammoths were here during the pyramids.
Well, what about Steve?
Oh, he was replaced by Joe.
He's busy selling candles through the pyramids scheme.
The pyramid scheme.
Trader Joe. Trader Joe.
Yeah, Trader Joe. Trader is in Traitor Joe.
Good samosas, though. Good frozen samosas.
Samosas. That's my favorite line from Sandlot.
Samosa Joe.
What's samosa with you? Anyway, so Early Potter grabs a glass of water, noting that it is the elixir of life, but then he just starts pouring it on his feet, which one would say hot, and then clearly he thinks his feet are roots, and Baby finds this fucking hilarious, and Baby's like, haha, I paid AOC $20 for that. Isn't that what Republicans dream of?
Pouring water on her feet.
It's something about her feet. That's always the thing with Republicans, is they like her feet.
Really?
Yeah. She puts a white shirt on.
Call me Republican then.
Call me Republican because I like her feet.
Oh, you're our first Republican on the show.
That's gonna be our second T-shirt. Call me Republican because I like her feet.
Singularity.
Hashtag don't cancel us.
Yeah, but baby is he thinks it's hilarious, and then he's just like, why is nobody laughing?
So if you recall in a previous episode, we talked about the time when Tim was at someone's house watching Parks and Rec and was laughing and nobody else was, and looked around and asking, what's going on? This is hilarious. Why is nobody laughing?
That's some sociopath shit when you watch a funny show and you're the only one laughing. Yeah, like, why are you watching this?
But
so now we know Baby is extremely cringe and a Aziz Ansari fan.
Yes, that's what it is.
That would make sense, honestly.
So Charlene is the most unsettled by her Okie dad's behavior, but Fran postpones seeking medical attention.
No, he's a Willow.
Professor Oak.
He's a Wolto. He's a I don't know. He's a fucking tree.
Which one of you's the birch? Well, I'm a willow.
Oh man,
Sean Birch.
The apple doesn't fall from
The apple doesn't flounder far from the tree.
Yeah.
Under the sea. But
so Charlene is unsettled, but Fran is like, well, maybe we should hold off
because he just offered to serve dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Because her husband is now a tree.
Now. It's finally chipping in to help with the family.
Yeah, she likes that one. She likes this Earl.
Just to clarify, Tim's the only straight person on the podcast.
Ha ha.
So we're not just meant so
unfortunate.
So our jokes are not punching down.
I'm so bullied. I'm bullied right now.
I'm just punching laterally, to be honest.
I just punch every ladder I see because I hate bad luck. But
fuck ladders.
Fuck ladders. Am I right? Shoots only. Shoots gang.
Ladders and chairs. Tables and chairs.
No, we're not doing wrestling. We don't talk about wrestling on Sinclarity.
That's bullshit. You know?
Tim just broke something and said that's bullshit.
And that worked out really well, actually.
So, scene 5, back are we to Earl in the tree.
Oh, God.
So,
boo.
What? I'm not allowed to do poetry?
Boo.
I'm not allowed to do poetry?
Boo. Arielle, boo Ben. That's bad.
Boo.
I'm getting boobed.
Boo Ben.
So, anyway,
God,
Earl is lamenting. He says that he's having some lousy bout of luck lately. First, he stubbed his toe. He cut himself shaving. And then he was shaving the mammoths. And then then he underwent a spiritual transference with a tree. Like, sheesh.
Wait, do you
what
think
are
the
odds?
dinosaurs do have hairy balls?
Do you think the dinosaurs they don't have
specifically
don't
have
wear
pubic
pants.
hair? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Not any hair anywhere else. Even though
they have spikes and horns.
there is a scene in this episode. It's later in the episode, but you know how always Fran sometimes will like check her hair. Like,
yeah, she'll just like when someone's flirting with her or something, she'll just check her hair.
It's so
Her
weird.
spikes.
Yeah.
Check
it's
her
not
ear
hair.
holes.
Do you ever wonder, like, you know, like in the Flintstones, how they have animals do all this stuff for them? Like, which animal has to shave their balls?
Probably a small. A 10-inch girlfriend.
Before I had a 10-inch girlfriend, I had to shave my own balls.
And that leads us to our sponsor today, Manscaped.
If you go to manscaped.com/Sinclarity and enter the code Sinclarity, you will get nothing.
No, you have to do it in man voice.
Hey, we all have to shave our balls sometimes, Tiger. Buck up or neck up. What do men say? Okay. I'm eating ham off the bone right now, thinking about them titties. So if you like manscaping, like I like manscaping, go to 10inchgirlfriend.com and give us your credit card info.
10inchgirlfriend.com.
Whoa.
So anyway,
yeah.
We get Sexual Harris and Turtlepuss. They're walking around in the forest, and but Sexual. I'm just gonna call him Sexual. Sexual Harris.
I wrote the name Gus in here, which is his actual name.
No, well, he's two characters. He changed.
Yeah, two meanings.
Two meanings, and but he's actually glad that Earl is like missing because, or he's not missing, that he just doesn't remember because he owes him $20.
Yeah, that's whenever I borrow $20 from someone, I'm like, damn, I hope they die.
Hope they get brain damage.
Yeah.
I really need $20 right now. I hope they get brain damage.
Worth it.
Worth
I really need
penny.
$20 for a baseball bat to hit them over the head.
That's it's okay.
Zach's got his work cut out for him this episode.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed.
But if you need your work cut out for you, 10inchgirlfriend.com.
Wait, hold on.
Now we have to keep that part. I'm so mad.
I'll do a nice boing so you can cut it and paste it over everything wrong.
Ready? All right, we're gonna get a clean boing. That was breath.
Boing.
You laughed.
Oh no! The first rule of comedy: no laughter.
The second rule is $20.
And the third rule is a bigotry.
Punching laterally.
Speaking of a big tree, Earl is a big tree with birds living on him and a squirrel living in him, and he thinks he's gonna be sick.
That's my question. Possum thing living in his hole.
What about
living
it?
in his hole.
What's up with that?
Okay, what's up with that? This is our recurring segment on Sinclarity. Arielle's what's up with that corner?
What's up
Also,
with that?
proof that the tree is a lesbian. He's got a little fuzzy guy living in his hole.
What?
A gerbil? What are you trying to make gerbil jokes?
I really don't know what kind of animal it is.
They call it a squirrel, and I think that's egregious. There's no way that's a squirrel.
Yeah.
Generous.
Unless they're like those weird squirrels y'all got up north that are like big and fat and like
possums.
Like,
Panthalasic squirrel.
No, you have big squirrels. We have little skinny gray squirrels. We have different squirrels.
Don't talk about your fake girlfriend like that.
Or 10-inch girlfriend?
My 10-inch girlfriend. Yeah, so he's got, so Earl has a squirrel creature
living in his hole.
Living in his hole, eating the bugs.
Okay, so they explain. This is the whole kumbaya moment of the episode where the birds explain the circle of life to Earl. Like, they're like, we live on you, and we eat like bugs and parasites and shit that would infect your pulpy core or harm your leaves. And like, Earl's just like, it sounds like you both need a fucking hobby. Like, he's like, that's a weird way to live.
Sounds like you've been parentificationed.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what that means, but in return, Earl provides
like
them
parental advisory sticker.
That's like the show Parental Control from MTV.
Oh yeah, where you date the guy's mom.
Yeah, I love dating guys' moms. But
is that why you're always driving up there?
That's why I'm always driving up there.
Dayton?
Yeah.
Up to Dayton.
Oh, that was it. That was a Dayton joke.
I got confused too. I'm glad that I processed it mid response.
Only 1/3.
That's called improv,
baby.
baby.
Get it.
Only 1/3 of the audience. So one person will get it. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
So sounds like you need a hobby, Arielle. So anyway,
Davey Havoc.
Davey Havoc.
That is my hobby, wreaking havoc.
So in return, dinosaurs provide these little parasites with sustenance and shelter, and that's how the ecosystem works. Plants and animals living perfectly together in harmony.
Is that what a codependent relationship is? Like, I eat bugs off your body, you let me live in your home.
I'm usually in coke-dependent relationships where we don't like each other if we don't have coke, so it's different.
I think you call it Coke Light. Is that what you call it?
What?
Coke Heavy.
Hold on, I'm letting the energy die real quick. What was that?
You shut the fuck up. I'm gonna be like Earl and Leaf.
I'm gonna be like a banana and get eaten for potassium benefits. So there, fucker.
Didn't we? We did the banana guns on the bonus episode. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I don't remember it, but I know. I imagine at some point I probably went bump banana guns. So that's probably canon. But so the squirrel, as you'll notice, I put a bunch of question marks next to the name squirrel. Explains that the dinosaurs cannot hear Earl because they've lost their place within the national world.
Because they've destroyed so much of their own world.
Tim ran away.
Because
they
they've
can't hear
forgotten
it.
how to listen.
I just got a puppy.
Oh, speaking of the natural world, there's a puppy.
Yeah.
So
I can't hear what she says, but I'm pretty sure I know it.
Hold on. Let me install. I have a plug-in real quick. Let me install it. And then
for what?
1 second for Bella, so we can hear what she says. 1 second. Boop, boop, boop,
okay.
Boop, boop, boop,
Have you tried letting her live in your hole?
boop, 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 boop. Ugh, thanks, Tim. You finally let me out of the basement for once, where you keep me in Florida, where there are basements for sure.
No.
So I watched this episode of Dinosaurs at least 10 times because Tim makes me watch it and take the notes. So if you want to know what I have to say about it, I'm all ears. Look at them. They're cute. Floppy.
No, they're not that floppy.
Fuck you, buddy. That's all I got going for me. I got floppy ears. You got to pull the dingly shit out of my ass when it doesn't fall on its own. That's our relationship. That's the circle of life, buddy.
Yeah, she eats the bugs in the backyard.
Hey, those are good bugs. They're slimy yet satisfying.
Keeps you healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pick all the bugs out of your folds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thoughts on this episode. For one, that squirrel, pretty hot. And for two, that bird, I want to chase it, but it flies. And for three, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I thought that tree was a tree and that Earl was an Earl, but they're both switched. This has got me lost.
Okay, what happens next?
What happens next? Oh, hold on. This plugin only has 10 more seconds of juice. Do you want to know the secrets about dogs before I go?
Yeah, tell us.
We like the way our butts smell. All right, bye. So I'm back from the other room. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, you missed Bella. She told the secret of dogs.
I can't stand Bella when she talks. It's fine. I'm glad I missed that part.
Yeah, but she only talks to you.
But I conveniently know which parts of the episode I missed during that because Earl decides he argues that like it's fine to treat nature with disrespect if you have donuts. You know, that's what it's all boils down to.
He doesn't care about trees as long as he has donuts.
It's like that whole thing. Like on the 6th day, God rested. On the 7th day, God said it's time to make the donuts.
Oh.
Yeah, because the universe runs on Duncan.
Yeah, and John Goodman.
It runs on Andy Goodman. So frolicking London Earl appears, basking in the freedom of
Haraway Town.
Yeah, and he totally clashes with his labor friends' personalities. As Gus notes, "I'm up $20," and they laugh, and Earl attempts to embrace Gus and thank him for nourishing him with his friendship.
And the man who loves sexually harassing people is just like, "Don't come near me, you fat lunatic."
Yeah, a total Chandler moment from Friends, you know? So they run off, commenting on Earl giving them the creeps. Or the crepes, I don't remember. And Earl adds this new information to what he knows so far about himself. He's like, "I'm a fat creep." All right.
He's a fat creep that nobody likes.
It's body confidence at best.
Yeah, it is. I'm always body confident in a vest.
Every day I wake up and look in the mirror and say, "I'm a fat creep" 10 times.
And then I put on my vest and I exit the house.
And a lunatic.
And a weirdo. And I don't belong here.
Lunatic.
Yeah, and a lunatic.
Yeah, fake plastic trees. After this, he turns to Roy, who he assumedly is his best friend. And he's just like, why did you bring me here?
To put down the trees.
He's like, "I beg your pardon?"
So, he explains their job to him now, which is probably terrifying from his perspective of being a tree. Like, yeah, we kill you. Sorry, that was Bella coming back for a second. I mean, yeah, we kill you.
And he's like, "Tree pushers? They might as well call us murderers."
Yeah, but then what would they call murderers?
Good point.
Politicians.
I stole that from the episode. Politicians. Nice. Take him down. Get out of our way, Washington.
Generals fighting in their masses.
That has to be the 4th time you've sung that in this show.
Oh, it's such a good song, though.
It is a good song. I can play it on the Git fiddle.
You can play that?
Yeah, just that. So, after Earl dollies his part to explain the whole thing, he explains what tree pushers are. What? Anyway,
that was a lesbian reference. He was.
He was explaining their 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. What the fuck?
Yeah, they are 9 to 5. They actually, I think they work later than that.
Oh man. So he asked him how could one push a tree down, and he's pointing at specifically the one that he used to be, and he's like, "Actually, we couldn't. That one we have to get some dynamite for because it won't fucking go down."
Yeah, boom goes the dynamite. Yeah.
What is this, Aaron? How I Beat Shaq?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like it.
Yeah. But so they're gonna get dynamite.
Yeah, they're gonna go get dynamite.
Yeah, and we cut back to Baby's room, and Ethel's just like, "And so the tree was marked for destruction," and she just closed the book.
That's why it's her favorite book, is she ends it there.
Yeah, but baby knows. He's like, "Lying to baby."
And that's also the 4th time we've had that in an episode.
That's my favorite line.
I noticed.
Yeah.
So baby's not fooled by the ruse, and he
just wants to go to bed.
Yeah, obviously, but this is her fault for not being in like the past 4 episodes. She has to make up for it.
She's tired.
But she relents, and she continues reading and talks about how the tree pusher could not bear to see the tree destroyed, so he went to see the one dinosaur who could save the tree's life.
Yep, and he goes right to Richfield.
Oh, Richfield. I thought it was going to be Godzilla.
My life.
my life. And you must stop. Wait, hold on. British. Governor.
Yep.
Wasset, Harry. Ari. Okay, I got it.
Copy.
You must stop the tree pushing. My misguided friend. It is wrong.
Dobby?
Wrong. Yeah, Dobby.
That's Dobby.
Sinclair, have you lost your marbles? I have marbles.
That was good.
Again, I am grateful for such information. So basically, they're just both dumb, and he tells him to shut up, and he's giving them the willies. They're all very gay panicky about this character.
Like, he doesn't want him to touch his willy.
Yeah, I don't care if anyone's British if they want to be, but just don't hit on me, you know.
Just don't touch President Clinton, please.
I know the sun never sets on the British Empire, but please don't touch me where the sun don't shine.
But your sun goes down.
But my prodigal son. But
when the sun goes down.
Your son.
So that's
Our
a very weird song now.
Issues come out.
Mommy issues.
Yeah, you never realized that, Ben?
I didn't realize that.
Don't let your sun go. It's don't let the sun, but if you change it to don't let your sun go down.
I was 12 before.
It's a much different song.
Carry on, my gay nerd son. Like that.
Yeah, just like that.
But speaking of,
it's not Weird Al, it's Queer Al.
Yeah, that's Peculiar Al. But so essentially, like the tree starts to notice that fucking like Richfield gets off on murdering trees, and he's like, "You are the grinning messenger of death. I can see I'm wasting my time here, but take heed, your murderous days are numbered. The life force is on my side, and I will not rest until the destruction of the forest is at its end."
You must not return to Hogwarts, Mr. Potter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is where the tree starts like hiding all of Richfield's letters from his friends.
Oh my God. That's like 3 now.
Oh yeah, I'm only allowed 1 reference to Harry Potter per episode.
Well, I'm here and there, and any rules for me.
Yeah,
That's right.
We're like Little Caesars when we got guests. No rules.
Breaking the third wall.
Right.
Breaking the third wall. So
breaking the third law.
Breaking the third law. That's hard to get the syllables right. So we go on to scene 7 as Richfield chuckles making a phone call to make sure the trees all die, and we get back to the British guy, who I won't do my essentially emo Phillips voice anymore. But oh, sadness coils around my heart like a serpent. And then Fran, of course, notes like yeah.
She's like, ooh.
I like Timmy is trying to say it do be like that while we keep talking. I like that comment. Good job. I like doobies like that too. I like that laugh. So yeah, Earl's learning what it's like to have a fucking job, and like what's funny here is I put in the notes "work sucks." I know, because this is to me. This is like. Oh, sadness coils around my heart like a serpent. Some days are just like that. That's like the Blink-182 version of like, yeah. I don't know what the fuck that was, but yeah, pretty much.
Saying ain't so.
I know. She left me leaves on the stairs.
She stole them from my hairs because I'm a tree.
Hair leave. But shaved his
Hair leaf Potter has come back to haunt.
Oh my God, Ben.
I'm drawing the line there.
So I found out what I do for a living. I am an agent of iniquity and death. Sorry, I was on the phone. We get back to the episode, and Earl, the tree Earl, is saying to Fran, I found out what I do for a living. I'm an agent of iniquity and death.
And then Fran with the best line in the episode.
They gave you Richfield's job? That's great.
So good.
I do enjoy that. Good. Tim loves this show, Arielle, just so you know.
You guys really like it?
No, Tim. I mean, I've grown accustomed to it. I've grown accustomed to its face.
Oh my God.
Tim hates musicals. What do we hear? Oh, somebody's at Tim's door.
Think we're alone now.
We're alone now.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
It's Oliver.
I think you know what the hell you're singing right now.
Loud.
Think we're alone now.
Meow. I think we're alone. Meow. He's being a baby. You hear him?
That's really cute.
He's a big baby. Okay.
So now it's
speaking of big
interrupting.
Speaking of big babies, Earl goes on a liberal rant about saving the tree.
Yeah, it's confusing Fran, who has witnessed Earl proudly killing trees for 20 years.
Yeah, and
even
Charlene
Republicans can change. Sorry, go ahead.
No, there's no reforming. Conversion therapy doesn't work.
Elephants never forget.
Hey, I tried podcasting, so I think I'm making an effort.
It's a gateway drug. You got to be careful.
Next, I'm going to move to LA and become extremely boring.
So Charlene interrupts his soapboxing by presenting him a dead relative of his that she found in her room. I guess I shouldn't assume they're all related. What?
I missed this part.
That's where you talked about this part earlier. She brings the plant that's dying.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You literally jumped the shark on this part.
The lesbian sex scene.
The lesbian sex scene, yeah. So,
however, Charlene complains though because she said her plant was too big to flush down the toilet.
Yeah. So British Earl steps aside to speak to the plant and is like, "Oh my God, what has she done to you? No water in a month, no direct sunlight." And they, we already went over this earlier. They start fucking. And
he says, "Let me finish."
Let me finish. So I'm gonna let you flourish, but for you are like no other living creature. And then they repeat after me: "I am special.
I am special."
And then Charlene says, "He is crazy."
Yep.
I thought you were gonna repeat it.
I am crazy.
So
I remember when.
No. My favorite Outkast song. So as Charlene answers the doorbell that just rang, Fran informs Benedural, Cumbers, and Claire.
What are you saying?
I wrote Benedural, Cumbers, and Claire.
Benedural?
Burnley Batch of Cumberbund. Big ol' B Cumberbund. I don't know.
Penguins.
What is his name? Sherlock. That guy.
The guy Sid from Ice Age.
Sid from Ice Age? That Tinley dated in high school?
With the far apart eyes?
Oh, yeah. Tinley dated in high school. So,
are you guys talking about Shawn Michaels?
No.
Woo!
Never would. Oh. So, yes, it's time for, for the tree to explain what's going on because the orderlies showed up to pick him up.
Yeah, the fat boys from the movie, the orderlies come. And,
I've never heard of this.
Oh, it's a real movie. You should look it up.
I don't believe you.
Or is it Disorderlies? I forget what it's
People
called.
don't say things that are true by saying it's a real movie. That sounds faker than anything now.
Just like Tim's real girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just like that movie you were in, Tim and the Real Girl. Do you remember that?
But what are you my 10-inch girlfriend?
You need a new name for your penis because it's getting weird.
10 inches, huh?
That's the only part you heard. Oh my God. So so the orderlies are there from the movie. That's a real movie. And they explain that when the lightning hit her husband, he was oh no, this is the tree explaining it. Yeah, the boing. The tree explains the body swap situation. They were at a Chinese restaurant. They found a fortune cookie. It was pretty racist, and then they fell in a fountain together, like in Freaky Friday. So, yeah. What were you saying?
So this is who Richfield called. Basically, he called them to come and get Earl because they think they assume he's crazy.
Yeah, they assume his gender, which is rude, and
because he's a tree.
He's a lesbian. First and foremost.
They do assume what kind of tree he is.
Willow.
That's true. Yeah. But they assume
he's a birch.
Yeah. Well, that's because men think all women are birches.
Yeah. Every time you speak up.
Yeah, that makes you
cats?
a mouthy birch.
But sassy.
That's what you need to deal with all those
Chance
mammoths.
And Shadow. So basically, the tree explained the whole thing. And they tell him, whatever, slip on your jacket, lumber boy. We're going for a little ride. And as they pull the tree boy away, he yells for Fran to save the trees, such as her husband, for instance, And there isn't much time, so Richfield's orderlies are struggling like wild with the massive tree that is Earl. Wait, massive unit. He's not a real tree.
Massive unit that is Earl.
They're struggling with his massive girlfriend as they pull him out of the room. And Fran notices the dead plant of Charlene's blooming a new flower, and she's like, also crazy, I guess, because that makes her think this must all be real. Like, that would not be more. I just like weird and walk away.
That was what I was thinking the whole time. I'd be like, wow, my husband got markedly nicer. Like, let's let the tree die. End of story.
Yeah. I'm keeping this husband.
She would have been a lot better off if the tree would have died with Earl inside of it.
Yeah. I always think that. This is a real Sophie's non-choice.
That's what I tell all my suburban friends' parents.
You'd be a lot better if your trees died? Wait, what?
You'd be a lot better off if your husband died.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You wouldn't need that Valium anymore. You'd be fine. But, yeah, so we're back with, I guess, Gus, sexual harass, as Tim's going to correct me with, is marking the big Earl-filled tree for destruction. And he says, have some more pizza, baby.
It's a symphony.
Kirkland brand.
Some Kirkland
pizza.
Well,
says
vegan.
Pizza.
Not vegan.
Have some vegan pizza, baby.
Pasta la vista.
Yeah, which which translates to install Windows Vista.
California pizza chicken ranch.
Yeah. So he's
the San Diego chicken.
What's funny?
So what's going on here?
No, we're not talking about San Diego chicken no more.
Okay,
but
Choky chicken.
No, but speaking of chickens, though, the bird's eggs are starting to hatch, and Earl begins to protect them by holding them up, even though he's just already doing that.
Yeah, like so her eggs hatch, and he realizes, he's like, oh wait a minute, you know what? I'm keeping them safe from predators. Like he realizes all this on the eve of his destruction.
Yeah, they shoehorn this part in real quick, where he suddenly gets it for like a second. It's like he witnesses the birth of cute baby birds, and now it's like character development that is definitely not going to last past the episode.
Yeah, because he thinks it's cute and it's sweet, but
suddenly now he sees a problem with his teenage daughter dating 24-year-old men.
Oh no, he'll never see a problem with that.
I'll keep you safe from predators.
Yeah. But
no,
she's not allowed to go to Warped Tour anymore.
Yeah, this episode ended Warped Tour.
Oh, it's brand new playing?
I FaceTime Vic Fuentes once in high school.
So baby in the real world
front porch steps. What's going on?
Oh, I was trying to talk about Sinclarity, but everyone keeps going off topic, and I don't do that. I don't do that. I stay on topic. Sorry, I was channeling Ira Glass.
I'm not like most girls.
I'm not like most girls. I stay on topic.
I hate girls. I'm not like most girls.
I'm not like moist girls. I'm dry. That's Ben Shapiro's wife.
You're Ben Shapiro's wife.
So baby in the real world is freaking out while the story, because the tree's gonna get blown up, and the baby's probably realized that's his fucking dad, and he sometimes likes his dad a little bit.
He's scared for the baby birds.
And the furry guy, little furry guy, even like baby doesn't call it a squirrel. Baby's like little furry guy.
Yeah, and Earl sees them coming, and he's just like, "Look, you guys gotta leave." So
how many times are you gonna make that joke?
The bird grabs its baby. Okay, so this is weird. The bird like grabs the babies and just flies off of them. Like I don't think that would work.
Like in her claws.
Well, what is the airspeed velocity of a swallow?
30 seconds.
Just 30.
You made Monty Python and the Holy Grail much shorter of a movie with that response. But
you were making a different joke.
I was referencing never mind. So Earl is ignoring his own approaching doom as he shoos them all off, and they do the weird flying away with the things. And Earl, as a tree, is trying to yell for Fran's attention as she's like entering the scene, looking around for which tree is Earl? We've all been in that situation.
And she's like wandering around the forest, calling
which white
his name.
guy is my boyfriend?
Yes.
They all look the same.
When you're at Fest and you're looking for your boyfriend in a flannel. Ted Cruz. Tom Cruise is you got it wrong.
He's too handsome for that. That's a downgrade.
Oh, I thought you were talking about being gay. Oh,
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I think you're talking about John Travolta from your favorite movie, Grease.
I don't. Sandy? So basically, Earl's trying to get Fran's attention. She can't hear him yet, but she's like, "What am I doing? My husband's not a tree. He's just lost his mind. I'll have to go home and deal with it." Which, no, you don't. Dump him, girl. Like, don't deal with that.
Yeah. But his last ditch effort is to shake his leaves down so they spell out Fran.
Yeah, which weird. Yeah, it's like that Bob's Burgers episode where their cow poops words.
It's like when they spell some pig in an effort to not get the pig murdered in Charlotte's
I think
Web.
Some pig, depending on the tone you read it in, could be negative
some
too.
Pig.
It could just mean like some pig. Like
a cop?
Yeah, it's a cop. Charlotte's Web is all about this cop that she found. And she's
some
a spider.
police really are victims too.
Some police really are victims of what?
Judging, you know. We're being really harsh, trying to take their jobs away.
Who took Arielle and replaced it with whatever this is?
Well, that's climbing a tree. I was pushing down trees last week.
So you've learned the other perspective?
Turns out the spirit of trees are all just people in Ted Cruz's political party.
Oh, yeah. The Zodiac Killer party.
No, they already figured out who that was, man.
Zodiac Killer? It was
They figured out it was a distraction so we wouldn't read about the Pandora Papers.
I don't use Pandora. I use Spotify.
LimeWire Papers.
LimeWire Papers. They say they're by Weird Al.
That would have brought the whole system down. That
System of a Down?
No.
No, but that's what I downloaded on LimeWire, so yes.
Well, according to System of a Down, science has failed our world.
But they also told me to steal this album, so I had to use LimeWire. But Gus and Turtlepuss are befuddled, absolutely befuddled by Fran's newfound insanity as they see Fran hugging the tree Earl. And
insanity is a little bit better than glory, but not so much.
I remember my first lesbian relationship. It changed me.
What was it, yesterday? Because you're a nerd.
I was really gatekeepy of the gay community.
I was gatekeepy of the gay community.
Gatekeepy.
But yeah, so yeah, everyone calls you insane when it happens, so that makes sense. And they say she tries to convince that that's Earl. She's like, you have to believe me. And they're like, oh, and we do, Mrs. Sinclair. We surely do. Maybe we can talk about it over here, away from the explosives.
I mean, at least Turtlepuss was thinking about her, you know? Like, he could have just blown her up, too.
That's true. But he was very belittling in his thinking of her. What was that?
I said she is red hot. Sorry, I keep wiggling. My eye's wearing off, so it's hard for me to focus now.
So
you gotta focus on only Fran.
Yeah, you gotta do your CBT. Like,
where's the
exercises.
free feet pics?
The free feet pics? I got like guitar picks over here. Feet pics are $1, as they always have been, as they always will be. But as they escort Fran away, from the British Earl appears and tells him not to touch her. And they ask him what happens, and he does the whole one flew over the cuckoo's nest thing, where he's like, "I threw a sink through a window and escaped because they called me peculiar."
Did he kill the guards, you think?
Yeah, and you think he killed Jack Nicholson?
Do you think Fran's really turned on by British Earl?
Yeah. Why do you think Johnny Knoxville looks kind of like a young Jack Nicholson?
Why do you think 5 was afraid of 8?
Because
he was a little high.
He was alive and on a date.
Oh my god!
But because 8 looks like 0 wearing a belt.
Oh my god! I feel like this was going
Zach
really
have to go somewhere?
We have to go somewhere. So the labor friends explain that if they don't kill the tree before the storm hits, Mr. Jefferson will be mad about it. And Earl's all, then kill me too, bitch. And they took.
What the hell are you talking about? You talking about the Jeffersons?
Oh, not Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Richfield will be mad about it. And they look into Richfield's office for instructions, and Richfield is looking out his window, showing a thumbs down gesture, which I guess means fucking kill them all.
Yeah, it's like a Batista.
Yeah,
she's like that.
Yeah, so they're just following orders like everyone else throughout history. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Be brave, Fran. I can feel your husband's soul within the tree, and it is filled with courage. Top of the morning to you."
Filled with possum gum.
It's filled with possum gum. It's just playing dead in there.
It's squirrel cum and bird shit. That's all it's in there.
That's why I squirrel nuts.
It keeps. Don't worry, no bugs. They already ate those.
But essentially, we go right back into the reverse body swap as as Earl shouts "Mommy" as a tree and lightning squirts.
That's how he does it.
Lightning squirts Lightning strikes a second time in the same place, and the bodies swap. And baby,
hold on. Lightning can't strike his tree twice.
That's what baby says. He calls them malarkey.
Yeah.
He just really wanted his dad to be dead.
And now we've learned today's baby of the podcast is Arielle.
It's true. It's true. He would not care if his dad was dead.
Yeah. I mean, that's just life. But
I don't know. I think he just has like a avoidant attachment style. I think he would care.
You think he would care?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
he's acting out.
He's acting out?
Yeah.
Do you sometimes act out?
No, I don't have... I'm not a member of the Actors Guild.
I don't act out anymore because of COVID. I act in.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
But,
I feel like this plot is going downhill faster than the suspended reality at the beginning of this episode.
Well, look, they explain
we're fully immersed. We are not.
Baby's not fully. Baby's not immersed though, because he calls him malarkey and says the shit about lightning hitting the same tree twice doesn't make sense. And she's like, "It's a fable," and he's like, "All right, just checking. Get on with it, Aesop." And then,
Aesop.
Yeah, Aesop, Racky. So, oh great, Earl remembers nothing past Richfield telling him to push down a tree. So Fran looks insane, explaining the whole plot to him. Typical. And then the lightning took the tree out, and Earl doesn't even give a shit. So the tree dies, and Earl doesn't.
And only Fran remembers.
Only Frans.com remembers. Pepperidge Farm might as well. And that was a hernia waiting to happen, is what Earl says about the tree dying. Yeah. Like he's like, fuck yeah, I don't gotta knock it down now. So
come home with me.
What's funny to me is they already baked in the point that this is a story being told. So
I would have loved if at the end they're like, and it was all a dream. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so they already made within the plot of the story a reason Earl doesn't learn anything, but then it's also a story anyway, which would explain why the real Earl doesn't learn anything. And then he wakes up and it was all a dream, and then it's just like Michael Jacobs and Jim Henson laying in bed together in the 80s, and there's like that would be a fun show to make. Smoke cigarette.
Like, honey, I think I'm gonna buy a boat. That's what they said.
And so that was the end of the beautiful story that that Ethel just told the baby, and the baby calls it stupid. She's like, why the fuck? And then he's like, that tree pusher, he didn't learn shit. He's stupid. And she's like, did you learn something? And he's like, yeah, I guess, whatever.
I learned how to kill my dad.
I learned to kill my dad.
Drowns in the bathtub and calls it suspended reality.
So
that's very specific.
Immersed reality.
Yeah,
I've never written stories about killing my parents.
Arielle's reading from their journal right now while they're talking. So, baby goes to sleep and cuddles up with his situation. And
BTS.
Oh wait, no, it was Snooki. My bad. And they do some gym laundry and tanning.
Where's the beach?
Yeah, where's the beach? And or the birch.
Beach.
I'm
Nicki Minaj. So I don't know why, but when she switches off the lights, baby is like, good story. And then the credits roll. I'm like, what was that? What did I miss?
That was stupid.
When he gasped, I thought fucking Goblin King was gonna come in and take him. Like, I literally was so confused.
And Jennifer Connelly and her terrible acting.
Hey, she was in a high school play. My favorite part of the Labyrinth is the ass scene with Jennifer Connelly. Wait, that's the different movie.
What are you talking about?
Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, I hate that movie.
Oh, I love that movie. That's the reason I did Speed when I got older. But
that movie's terrible.
Speaking of terrible, what are your conclusions?
The next
conclusive thoughts on this? No, conclusive thoughts on this one.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I did make a list of characters ranking from top to bottom.
Oh, well, like which one's the top and which one's the bottom? All right, let's hear that list.
Roy.
Obviously, Ethel's a verse.
Yeah.
No, but as baby, Grandma Ethel is definitely second.
You think baby's the top? Or the top as in, like, better?
Both. Definitely baby's a
least favorite character
top.
for me.
Or, like, a power bottom. Very bratty and demanding.
That's hot. Wait, no, it's...
like...
It's a baby.
Elmo's not a baby, is he?
I mean, if you're an adult and you want to pretend to be a baby, consensually, that's well within your right.
I'm not talking about Dave Francie on this podcast. Go on.
Oh, you need to beep that one out, too, then. Put a boy my baby over that.
Boy. So So you think Baby, then Ethel? The other ones you don't know because those were all characters in a book.
What?
Maybe that wasn't what they're all like. You wouldn't know. You've never seen it. That was a book.
No, I'm judging off of first impressions. That was
a book they're reading. So that's not even them. Tim, do you think what I think, which is that they did most of this episode, then added the story outline?
Yeah. I think
so?
They wrote the episode and they're like, wait, how are you going to make this believable?
That's to me, that's the whole reason that Earl doesn't learn anything within the story first is because they wanted to bake that in.
And also they probably were like, we can't make Earl a feminist. Yeah. We can't have a reason for him to learn.
Are you thinking they did like the pilot?
Yeah, they shoehorned the baby
baby's
outline.
Not in the first scene. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's why Ethel was there too, because she hadn't been in it for a while.
Baby seems like everyone's favorite character, though.
That was their money ball.
Mm-hmm. So they had to put him in.
That was the Brad Pitt.
He was the Urkel.
Yeah. He's the Urkel from the movie Moneyball.
From what?
Tim doesn't like to play along. And then when I don't play along,
I took out Russell Brand movies.
Moneyball, is that when you spit your sugar daddy's back in his mouth?
I'm stopping this sentence.
Just finish it. Just say it. Just say it.
No, don't listen to Tim. So next episode, which Arielle won't be with us unfortunately because they're busy that day. I thought you had a hair appointment.
I already did that.
So we're gonna be doing season 3, episode 20, AO 320, and it's
320,
called
baby.
We Are Not Alone.
We are not alone.
But it's 320, so it's probably more like, whoa, we are not alone. You know what I mean? So people sound like when
the cops are here.
You think the cops are here? .com. But yeah, that one aired May 2nd, 1993. So how old were you, Arielle?
Not born.
I wish I wasn't born.
-3.
I was almost 3. I was gonna turn 3 pretty soon.
Ooh.
Congrats.
That means Tim was turning 7 pretty soon.
So if I were exactly 6 years younger than you.
If I were exactly 6 years younger than you. You'd have to cut me in half and count the rings, baby. So that episode's going to be written by Peter Ocko and Adam Barr, directed by Jeff McCracken.
Written.
You know what would make that episode better? If what's the mom's name?
Fran.
Joanna.
If Fran and British Earl, lesbian
girl,
girl Earl.
Riot girl.
Hot girl Earl.
Hot girl Earl. If they did some romantic woods coitus in front of the Earl tree, that would have made that episode.
Arielle's once again reading from the diary.
They're gonna cuck Earl tree.
Exactly.
How much wood could a woodcuck cuck? So yeah, but we're gonna do our little thank you section, and does if anybody has anything to plug while we get into that, I'll plug sinclaritypodcast@gmail.com if you want to message us, tell us what you did during the break, tell us what stuff we should edit out next time, and also find us on Instagram, Twitter, Zanga, Gaia Online, Vampire Weekend .journeys at A Dinosaur's Tale.
Yeah, and also, so this is coming out this episode would be coming out the Friday right before the live show.
Yeah, so our live show Tuesday, October 26th in St. Petersburg, Florida.
St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me a tattoo?
Have you heard there's a live show in St. Petersburg? So it's gonna
Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin. I almost went into Lady Gaga on accident. I had to stop.
Hello, it's me, Lady Gaga from the internet. I need money.
So yeah, that's gonna be cool. We're gonna have T-shirts too, and you can hit us up about how to get one of those.
Yeah, I should have them probably the day that this episode comes out. I feel like that's. I'm not trying to manifest anything and ruin it for myself, but
womanifest.
Yeah, and also I also wanted to plug my 10-inch girlfriend's doing a a money drive for a project for
a money ball.
her school. And
Is this going somewhere?
Yeah. This is not a joke, actually. Actually, so Issa, who doesn't exist, is raising money for her classroom to help some of the kids in her class get some like proper hygiene products and clothing and food. So she's raising money. Ben, if you could put a link in the description for it, she needs money to help.
I'll put a Zelda.
Out.
I'll put a Zelda too.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, like I said, our T-shirts are gonna be free to anyone who sends us $25, and $5 of those dollars will go to that money drive.
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah. So, speaking of Shure microphones help us record this podcast. Who else helped us record this podcast?
Me,
Arielle. What do you got? Do you got anything cool you want to plug? Arielle doesn't want you to find them online. I already know that.
No, I don't want people to know how sexy I am. But I was thinking, so I was gonna try to find an actual charity, and then I had to watch the episode twice so I could remember it. So I didn't have time for anything else this week. But I was thinking you can go to this website called native-land.ca and find out what native land you live on, because I know we're all over the place here in America, and maybe get your little hot little fingers on the web and find that tribe on the native land you live on and give them some money, because in the spirit of environmentalism with this episode, indigenous people know how to live on this earth in a sustainable way, and we need to give them their fucking land back. I'd like to plug
Oh, many have.
Sorry to say plug, I meant peg.
Oh, like the Baptists. The pagans.
Yeah, well, it's good that you're on this episode and not the episode about native land, because God, that was a train wreck.
That would have been probably a better episode to have for that plug too, though. But that's great. This website's pretty cool. I just looked at it. But other people who helped us, we're gonna say probably Zach George, who does our editing.
Who?
Produces.
Probably.
He also is doing a podcast.
That's the guy with the baby.
Is that 30-year-old that lives on our street?
30-year-old. I'm older than that, Arielle. Arielle thinks 30 is ancient.
As long as you're exactly 6 or more years older than me.
In Arielle years, I'm dead. But, so thanks, Zach. Thanks, Keystone Copycats with Chris and Zach. Check out his band Waterson on Bandcamp, YouTube, Spotify, etc. And thanks to Amy Shenanigans, a.k.a. Amy Lou. Find them on Instagram. I think they just got married, like, today. To their hubby, Fritz Pape. So congratulations on that shit. Hope y'all make beautiful music together. No, you won't, because Fritz plays noise music. So you'll make noisy
snarky little babies
together.
That'll grow up to write stories about killing you.
Yes, I hope you make snarky little babies that grow up to write stories about killing you.
And if they don't, get rid of them.
Yeah. And thanks to Jeremy Hunter from Scotttoon Network for our theme song, which sounds suspiciously like the theme song to whatever Arielle said earlier. I already forget. And the crowd enthusiasm. Boing.
Ooh.
So
that one's
what?
You can give the guy from Scotttoon Network my Instagram handle. That's the only listener you have that I'd let know what I look like.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay. So check their music out. Jer has Jer, J-E-R, and they have Scotttoon Network. They're We Are the Union. They're playing like 50 bands at Fest this year. They're better at trombone than me. They're better at singing than me. They're better at everything than me. They're just Marsha. And and then
they'll be playing a lot of sets that weekend.
Yeah, I said 50. Is it 50 not a good enough approximation?
Don't know. Do you think Jeremy can break Mike Erig's set? Like,
yeah, I saw them do it. They took a trombone and beat the shit out of his drum set. They broke his set like fucking hard.
He's not even gonna be like playing drums at this fest.
Oh man. Well,
not with that attitude.
He's a guitar man now.
Oh, he's a guitar man.
He's a guitar man,
You're the one drummer who hasn't left us yet. You and Woody.
I can't play fucking guitar. Woody can't play guitar.
Yeah, and soon he's gonna only play guitar. That's what drummers end up doing because they want to be up front.
That's like that Phoebe Bridgers lyric. You can't play the guitar.
Oh, the only one Phoebe Bridgers lyric I know is "Smelly cat, smelly cat."
Yeah. Her and I have the same birthday.
Right? That's true. Yeah.
Well,
Lisa Kudrow.
Franz
that
is the
sexy
same.
yogurt lady.
I said Franz. You'd be married to Earl.
And he's a tree now, but he's acting like a girl. And then he took this plant, he brought it back to life.
Whoever thought that life would be this gay?
I got the clap. So thanks for listening to Sinclarity, and we're sorry that we are the way we are. And we will definitely be catching you cool cats on the half pipe next week. Right?
Yeah, what do we do it? Oh, we're doing so
we already talked about what we're doing next week. We already did that.
We're doing
Wait,
the
it's
next
not over
episode.
Yet?
What?
Sorry, go ahead. Finish your words.
Oh, we're finishing.
What were our words? Actually, our next episode won't be what I said it was going to be. It's going to be the Halloween one, I bet.
Oh, I'm finishing. Give me 15 more minutes.
30 seconds. I already made that joke.
15 minutes? What am I, a pizza?
Kirkland?
From Kirkland? One way or another, Tim ain't eating me.
I only want it if it's 10 inches.
So we'll see everyone next week. Thanks for joining us and spending some time away from going extinct, which we are all continually in the process of doing. And I hope you enjoy it.
Yes. And goodbye. Also,
what?
Zach took out my thing when we were playing the song. We were doing the bits, and I said that B is for B-sides is my favorite, less than Jake album.
Oh, took that out. That's important. So as we say every week at the end of the episode, B is for B-sides is our favorite less than Jake album. Goodbye.